Here's an excerpt of a call that I had with a fashion blogger slash beauty blogger where she wanted some growth strategies to help her land more licensing deals with other brands and businesses. This is not more particular regarding sales in her part. She's just a blogger, and we're talking about very high level, or maybe getting into depth in regarding Instagram growth, and also maybe talk about some YouTube videos in the future. So here it is. Here is Sarah and her husband, Arash, who actually manages a lot of DJs and works with record labels as well. So enjoy. Hello?
Hello?
Hey.
Hey, fellas.
Hey, Arash. How's it going? Are you based in New York?
No, I'm DC and we're DCLA.
Okay.
So maybe, Sarah, you could talk a little bit about you.
Yeah, so I was telling him, like, before we called you, I was just telling him, like, a little background on me, and then Sean, like, where I picked up, I just kind of, like, decided to do blogging full-time, and that was, like, 3 years ago, and I left my firm and just kind of wanted to pursue blogging and my own brand full-time, and then I've been doing that for 3 years, and just working up with, like, different brands on different partnerships and features, and now I'm just kind of at a point, like, things slowed down for me a little bit because we have twins, 2-year-old twins, so things slowed down a little bit, like, when they were born and so forth, and then now that they're getting older, like, I kind of, jump back into things, and just kind of I'm at a turning point where, like, when I started in this business, the market wasn't as saturated with influencers and bloggers, and now it just feels like it's so saturated, and I'm trying to, like, figure out a way to, like, stand out and, try to grow faster, and just boost engagement. So
you seem like you blog about fashion, beauty, decor, all that, all those niches, right?
Yeah.
In the past, what did you do in terms of growth? Like, how did you grow your account? What was your strategy?
It was honestly, like, I didn't do anything specific. I just made sure to, like, I would connect with brands, like, over Twitter or Instagram. I would just make sure I would, like, tag them, any sort of, like, features I had or products of theirs I would use. It was just, like, natural, organic growth that way.
Now, what is your schedule like now? When you said now that the babies have grown, or do you have a lot more time?
I mean, it's like I have more time that I can, like, dedicate towards, my brands. Like, I have an office now. I try to go there, like, a few times a week. I just, like, we have a nanny, so it's like I try to, like, prioritize my time, but, like, still be here and, like, be active with the kids.
Yeah. You keep doing that. That obviously still works. What you're doing, collaborating with brands, obviously, because then they can, especially big brands, where even if you pay for the product, and if you don't, it depends, right? If you great content, they'll tag you, you get exposure, but that's not gonna help you grow you exponentially.
But that's not gonna,
It's not. Like, it's not. But it allows you to get a lot of credibility, you get a lot of exposure. But second off, you need to create content that is not salesy. It's like, and it's your experience.
Yeah,
it's almost like
authentic content. Like
authentic content.
Videos and stuff like that.
Videos, yes, I was about to get into that. Videos is very key there. It's like, I mean, look, a lot of people are not good behind the camera, and that's fine. Then you're a written person, and you got to create really great articles that people resonate with and share a lot. But then, how to get that content out. Now, there's two ways. One, I'm assuming you have a budget that you could run Facebook ads, and then you could run it. And I'm not talking about pressing that boost button. So everyone gets confused with the difference between, running a Facebook / Instagram campaign is simply just boosting and just writing down interest, and it's not. That's just the completely wrong, wasting money way. It's doing it through a business manager, which you could even set up, right, through an ad account, where then you could create custom audiences, and then, you do it by interest, but you're doing it very specific. You're creating content.
Really targeted. Yeah.
Really targeted. You're talking to that, like, one person. You're finding that persona, and then, like that one person, you're just taking that piece of content and you're delivering it to them. You're not creating content for everybody. But you are, let's just say, for instance, 3 ways to take care of your naturally straight hair. You're not going to target that to, I'm assuming most African women have curly hair. They have those, you know, those curly. You're not gonna target them. Maybe that'll be a different type of content where you get a guest speaker, a guest, an expert that could talk about curly hair that you can't talk about. You take that piece of content and you target them. That's how you run Facebook ads. It could be a video, right? Where then you're actually getting, and you'll see with Rugs USA as well, when you're running these ads, people are then visiting your profile, they're following, because if your content is good there, they're gonna start following. You could drive traffic right to your profile and to your website.
Right.
So that's just one high level thing. And you know, if you're, again, like you said, if you're good at videos, you know, really staying tuned of what's next and what's next. IGTV, creating a series. Like think about like,
That's what I've been doing is more like IGTV videos on like beauty and hair and things like that.
yes, because Instagram is pushing that more on the explore page. And if you could
Right.
come up with a strategy, and like this is what stuff I help in, it's like your thumbnail is it's very important. It's, you know, it might be, I mean, you know, this is a blog, I'm sure. You know, that thumbnail is gonna catch someone's attention. That's what they're gonna show up in the explore feed. So whatever's gonna get them to
Right.
click, see more. And if they like that content, that's gonna drive them like, oh, who is this person, right? So they're gonna now enter following your account. So at the end of the day, you're just trying to build up your personal brand,
Right.
right? So, I mean, and it looks like you have great engagement. I'm hoping this is all real. I didn't look at, what I usually look at is the comments and all that, but I'm assuming
Yeah,
it's
see,
all,
my comments are great, but I feel like my likes are so low.
they're gonna get lower and
Like
lower.
the following I have.
For what you said earlier, Instagram and this whole blogger thing, influencer marketing and all this thing got so saturated, people are sick and tired of seeing ads. Everybody's trying to sell something. Everybody. So if you take a step back and you're like, hey, how can I create content that could be actually meaningful? Think about it like almost a selfless route. Almost like stop being selfish. Almost like I bought this, I did this. Like stop talking about you. I'm not saying you in general. Like talk about them. What do they want, right? And put
Yeah,
in
I mean, I try to like add value to all my content, like because obviously people's time is limited. Like, why are they gonna keep coming back to your page to learn something?
exactly.
So.
And that's, you gotta think of like that. But I mean, pictures only say so much, especially for new users. Like if I'm a new user and I all of a sudden saw your account without even clicking on anything, that everyone has ADD. I think consider it that way, right? Right. The attention is like within 3 seconds. They're gonna scroll. They're gonna see probably the first 6 to 9 photos / videos of your page. If you look like the same as everyone else, you lost.
Right.
You know what I mean? But that's being serious. Like they're not gonna know your content. You may be beautiful, you have great clothes, you'll get a little bit by little, but if there's no like theme, I don't mean a theme, but there's no strategy to it, or like what makes you different, what are you giving, then you're just becoming like everyone else. So since you have topics regarding fashion, beauty, decor, you could even have a strategy like every week you push out, like, I'm just making up something, right? Like 5 different outfits for going out under $100.
Yeah.
I just made up that, right? That's just like a topic. That's the headline. That's what that's like your thumbnail. And then you slide 1, outfit 1, slide 2, outfit 2, maybe a little description in the image where you do little graphics. And my team could all do all this stuff, but I'm sure you could do as well. I'm sure I could see that you, I don't know who designed your stuff, but you seem like you have an experience in doing all this stuff.
Yeah.
It just takes a lot of time. Do you kind of get what I'm,
Yeah. So, what kind of service offerings do you provide?
So we do, again, like content development. So let's say if you create a video, or let's say if we talk about, like consulting is one of them. And this is, I don't mind majority of times I give a lot of things out for free, because I don't mind that at all. But then you take that strategy, let's say, if I say, like, we need 3-4 videos from you, we'll edit it, we'll chop it up, and we'll add the effects or the things that are necessary to make it more visually appealing, right? Mm-hmm. And then also running the ads. Let's say if we wanted to let's say we create like 10 different creatives for 10 different audiences, or let's say 20. So there's 2 for each type of audience, because you test different creatives to see which one works better, which one bites, right? And then we do all the copywriting for that. Or if we work with the individual or business, usually in this case we work with we work with businesses where we do everything, like the graphics, the videos, the influencer collaborations. So you know, everything except PR wise. You know, a lot of the creative. Our strategy is creative strategy, development, and taking the creatives and distributing in relative platforms that make sense for the brand or individual that helps them increase the following / sales.
You know the guy Gary Vee?
Yeah, I know.
If you listen to him, all he does, I mean, I listen to him and I appreciate his point of view, but you know, he's saying like the opposite. Not that he's correct, but he always says just like blanket, you know, just digital media with as much content as possible and buy ads, boost ads and buy ads. He always talks about like the importance of like boosting ads.
Oh no, he talks about leveraging Facebook ads for businesses. He doesn't say it for personal brand.
Yeah.
For businesses, yes, but it's true for also personal brand as well. Like he also has this like $1.80 strategy, which is very true. It works, and I think Sarah, this is what you were doing in the past, is basically community, collaborating with your community, engaging, hacking community. His terminology is hacking communication, meaning like, you know, look for conversations that could be relative to you and how you could provide value in that communication. Like, you know, you could, you know, comment on them and actually provide value, not like awesome posts. A lot of these bloggers, all they do, they join these pod groups, which is the worst thing on the earth, right? Just to boost engagement. But these pod groups are not providing any value. It looks so tacky. It's just for them to go to other brands. It's a waste of time, and they go to these brands like, hey, look at my engagement. And if they go to someone like me, I'm like, you're lying. I mean, I know what you're doing. These are all bloggers just saying, you know, oh, I'm gonna buy that product. Yeah, I'm gonna show you're gonna buy that product. Another person has 50,000 followers that's just blogging. It's very similar to you. So, like stuff like that is like coming out more. It's being more exposed. So. At the end of the day, just like Gary Vee says, be authentic, right? Put out a lot of content that aligns with you, and also document your process. People want to know though, if you could vlog. You don't have to put out everything out there, no. But you save it, you put it in a hard drive, and create the story later on. You add value to it, like, you know, even this call or your process of like being stuck on growth. You know, guys, as parents, right? You guys have an interesting life. If you put a story around that, people will be interested because there's billions. I mean, there's so many people around the world that could relate to you, and they want to see that path. They want to see that struggle. Because right now they're going to look at you. They're going to think you're not struggling, or you're not struggling, but you know you're not thinking of growth, because and so forth. But if you put out that content, if you're being authentic to yourself, people are going to love that. They're going to resonate. They're going to move towards that type of like lifestyle and that feeling.
What do you think of Instagram stories then? Do you think stories more important now than
Both. Like,
I think that we share a lot on story, not too much, but we share a lot on story, but like on the IG in-feed, we don't do as much like being parents, you know, and showing our kids like, you know.
Also, like, you have to know what you want to put out. Like, if you want to stick to a strat, don't go more too personable. You know, sometimes to grow, you need to really stick to like a specific strategy, or like, you know, you don't have to put out everything. Like, oh, this is what I'm eating, unless there's gonna be a value there. Some people put out content, it's almost like showing off type of thing. Just always think at the end of the day, why am I posting that? Is this really gonna add any value?
So I represent Grammy, like winning music producers and DJs.
Yep.
I'm sure I don't know if you know the Deep Dish guys.
Yeah, of course I do. He's Persian.
Yeah, so I managed Deep Dish for many years. I still work with them. And now, like, I have a company called Bullet where I have, you know, 4 offices around the world. I have a staff of 20. I talk about leadership, management, entrepreneurship, right? But I give, like, but I'm very raw. I talk about, like, the mistakes I made and the challenges I had. Now, I don't do a picture in front of a Bentley saying, like, work harder.
Don't ever do that. Yeah. So Arash, when you're doing all this, where's the content?
Yeah, exactly.
No, I'm serious. So you could go 2 ways. You do it yourself and you document. You learn the camera. It's very easy. It just takes a little practice. Or you go on Craigslist if you need someone temp. If you do this, not so often. You do like, let's say once a month or twice a month, right? You go on Craigslist. You'll find a videographer. You document it. You can even have it just all there, and you can have either someone like me edit it, or you could have him edit it. Depends on their talent. So you really need to get that content out there. I'm sure, like, I see it, like, you help a lot of these like DJs, and like you said, you talk about a lot of leadership. But if you're not putting that content out there, it doesn't seem like You're not showing
It seems
that.
like you're doing it if you're not putting it out there.
Exactly. That's the content you should be putting out because that's valuable. That will help people. Then you go on YouTube and leverage that too.
And you have to figure out, like, I feel like you have to figure out what your end goal is.
Exactly.
Like, my end goal is to, like, make money while I'm asleep.
Yeah, no, I mean, that's something.
My thing is, my thing is that I'm starting to get brands who hire me and pay me to post.
Yeah, but also, like, we can't focus just on, like, brand partnerships.
Yeah, you shouldn't. And I'm telling you.
Be, like, the main source of income. It has to be, like, content that's directly coming from us. That I don't know.
Very true. Very. And Sarah, let me emphasize on that. There's people that have, again, I know Farrah, that people are trying to get away from brand partnerships because these licenses.
You don't really want to rely on that.
You don't want to rely on that. At the end of the day, you want to create your own brand, your own product, your own self. Like you want people to buy from you. Not want to rely on a third party. Yeah, that's great to make short-term money, but the end, you got to think of your end goal.
Do you think giveaways, like loot giveaways, are worth it?
Depends. Yes and no. I would rather just work with.
I did a few, and I just like lost followers like over time.
Well, yeah, you're doing it. I'm assuming you're doing it with 10 bloggers. I would do it with one, and come up with a huge giveaway, and it has to be meaningful. Or do a video with them, and the caption could be a giveaway. That's more authentic than just like Target. If you're doing a $1,000, $1,000 Target giveaway, it's so tacky. You're just getting followers. What about, let's talk about your content. You want people to follow you because of your content. I mean, you gotta align with bloggers that have very similar content because then they're gonna like you, right? But you also have to evaluate.
Do like a beauty video tutorial and be like, I'm giving away all the products I use.
Yes. Yes.
Yeah.
So they already know they have that relationship with you. They built that, they're building that trust. They got the introduction, so you're not someone just new. You know what I mean? You have to show face because they're just following a post and they're just following it just to win a prize. Well, that sucks. You want more than that.
I mean,
guys, if I were you, since you have an audience, ask your audience what type of content, or maybe do like a quiz, like type of content.
yeah,
and then
I've done that, like a question on stories and stuff like that. A lot of times they say we want to see more of your twins. They're like, we want to see you and Arash together.
or create a vlog. So on YouTube, you should also create a series if you want. If you want to expose your kids, that's fine. Some people don't. I think you should. If you don't mind that, people want to see your other lifestyle. Is create cool vlogs. Not like there's people that create. When I say vlogs, there's really some people that really do it bad. And they only follow them because it's just, I don't know. I just don't find any value. It's like, hey, I'm going to Nordstrom today to buy a jacket. Oh, I'm drinking wine with my bestie. Provide more of like I mean, you got to be a little bit more entertaining too, an aspect. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And Arash, I know for a fact, like, you working with DJs, all the not just the opportunities, just the deals, and I'm sure you've seen DJs that worked with you grown. Like they were nobody and now they've blown up.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah,
That story.
Like, the biggest, yeah.
If you even get them, why don't you have a network, a huge network? You personally should get interviews with them, run like a questionnaire. Like a,
Oh, that's a great idea.
yeah, get them to like do like a nice series on that. I'm sure you can get so much content out of that. And then you have like a long form piece of content. Then you can create short forms and post it on IG. You know how helpful that will be?
Yeah. Yeah.
There's so much out there that you could do. You just got at the end of the day, just like, what's your end goal,
Yeah.
right? And how can I push out that content?
Right.
You guys have any other questions or?
No, I think it was very thorough. Thank you so much.
Awesome. Thank you guys. I'll reach out back to you. I'll probably send you an email later today or by tomorrow morning.
Okay.
All right.
Good.
Thanks a lot.
I don't know if we lost Arash.
Arash, you still there?
No, I think we lost.
All right. Tell him I said bye.
Okay.
All right. I'll talk to you soon.
Bye.
All right. Bye.